Hey guys, how's everybody doing? We're doing something fun today. So if you guys have been watching my channel for the last couple of years, you know I'm always trying to do experiments, growing different things, different ways, like growing onions in eaves troughs. And, we had an entire garden in 2-gallon buckets last year just to see what would grow. We do all kinds of stuff. Today we're doing something a little different. We're growing this. This is a rhizome from turmeric. This is what turmeric looks like when it's in the ground. Sort of like ginger, okay? So turmeric is fantastic. It's got lots of health benefits. It's an anti-inflammatory, it's an antibacterial, it's an antifungal. The only problem with it is that the chemical that is beneficial for you, it's called curcumin. It's not readily absorbed into the body that well. But if you mix that with black pepper, the studies show it can increase the effectiveness by 2,000%. Yeah, you heard that. 2,000%. Okay, so you can grow this at home. You can dry it. You can dehydrate it. You can freeze it. You can turn it into powder. And all you literally do is grow this stuff in the ground or in a pot. Apparently it likes to grow in a pot. The bigger the pot, the bigger the rhizome root cluster will be. All right, so we're gonna try it. So I literally bought this at Walmart. Came in, crappy little mesh bag, like that. Cost me $2.50. Yeah, $2.50. I got 10 rhizomes out of that. So I have 10 little pots here. We're going to plant 10 of these turmeric rhizomes. Pretty cool, eh? And we're going to plant them. When they get big enough in these pots, we're going to up pot them into something that they're just going to grow the rest of the season in. But for now, we're just going to start them in here. And they're going to put out, I guess, roots out of these rhizomes, maybe, I guess. I'm not sure. Because I hope so, because if not, up-potting these is going to be a little complicated. But I guess it would probably have to put out roots or it wouldn't be able to absorb nutrients and stuff, right? So, yeah. So let's do this. All right, so here's the process. They need to be 2 inches under the top of the soil. Okay, so we're gonna take these and they need to lay flat for whatever reason. I'm not sure why, but they need to lay flat. I guess sort of the same way you would do sweet potatoes. Okay, so we're gonna lay them all in flat. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to literally just fill all these pots up with them. See? So we're just going to put all these in the pots. Some are bigger, some are smaller. Okay. Put them in. I'm trying to point that I guess it's the flower, I guess it's the shoot that grows out of the ground. So I'm trying to point those up. Because these have been sitting in my kitchen. See, look at this. This is a little tiny one. Right? But it still has shoots on it. So we're going to plant it. These have been sitting in my kitchen next to my stove for months, like literally months. I think I've even had them since before winter started. So that's all we're going to do to start that, okay? They're give or take 2 inches below the top of the soil. And then we're going to take our... All right, so if you're wondering what we're growing in here, this is... I've just got a bucket in my hand here. I'm just stirring it up with my hands. Got a bucket here. This is mostly a bucket of potting soil with peat moss with a little bit of cow manure in it. And so I'm going to cover these right up. Now when I water this, this also has a little bit of alfalfa meal in it. No, alfalfa pellets in it. So also, I know that when I water this, I'm going to lose a lot of that volume that I'm putting on top. So we're pretty much filling these right to the top of the pot, because we need that 2 inches of, I don't know, what do you call it, 2 inches of material on the top. See, just gonna top them up. This also has a little bit of slow release fertilizer in it too, guys. So these plants will have a little something to feed off of for a little bit. I'm gonna top it up. I know it's pretty complicated so far, eh? I know. Complicated enough we have to make a video on it. I just thought it'd be cool to show you guys. All right, there's that. Now, I have a couple of small totes. They're not big. It's like 8 inches by 14 inches, give or take. I don't know how many we can put in here. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna put 5 in each. That way, as they grow, they have room to spread out. There's one. Let's do the other ones. And then this way too, because we're gonna water them in pretty thoroughly, the water can just run out the bottom. Not gonna make a difference. Let's put them side by side here. 1, 2. Got a watering can. Just gonna hit it with some water. And a lot of the times with something like this, you gotta let the water soak and settle through it a little bit. And then you'll be able to water it a second time. Plus it's gonna absorb some of the water that's running through and out of the side of the watering can, and it'll just absorb it through the bottom. So this is mostly peat potting mix. If you hear that, that's my dog upstairs. He's very noisy. So I'm just gonna gently water this in some more. So these plants prefer a moist environment. Apparently they're, oh, I'm sorry, caught the tripod with the watering can. They like to grow in tropical areas like rainforests and stuff. So they only need, okay, you ready for this? So if you guys are gonna grow this at home, this is important. They only need 2 to 3 hours of dappled sun a day. So if you have a nice shady spot in your yard, that's where these are going to be happy. Okay? Shade. 2 to 3 hours, dappled sun per day. That's it. That's all they need. Think rainforest, right? Think the forest floor in a rainforest. There's very little actual sun that reaches down there. So, all right, guys. Well, I have to go address the situation with my dog upstairs. And so I just wanted to show you guys this. And as these continue to grow, I'll keep you guys updated. All right? So have a great day. See if you can find some turmeric and grow it. And then that way you guys can make your own medicine, because we're getting to the point now in society, guys, where some of our own medicine is getting harder and harder to find. All of the pharmaceutical ingredients, they come from China and India, and pretty soon they're going to shut us off. So start thinking ahead, okay? This is one way to think ahead. All right. Love y'all. Have a great day. Grow good food and grow good medicine.